Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Um, and this is your brother Chaim Napash coming at you with another lesson. And yeah, this is a topic I wanted to speak about today. I was doing some research and we knew this before, but the bottom line is this: Esau's statistics is all flawed. They're filled with lies and disinformation. Okay. And one of those things that are flawed, because you notice Esau's bringing out his statistics. You got to double check, triple check everything Esau brings out, because you have to remember this man is the devil. And you have to remember that, the scriptures say that he's more subtle than any beast of the field. So you got to check, the fine print. You got to make sure you check every detail with a fine tooth comb, because Esau cares about. This is Genesis 3:1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh power had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, had the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, right? Which that was a lie. When he ye shall not surely die, that was the lie, but then he mixed it in with some truth. For the Most High doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil, which is true, because the word God means what? A judge, right? So the only way you can judge is if you understand both sides. Okay. So he was correct on that, but he lied about the fact that you shall not surely die, because we surely die and Adam and Eve surely died after that. Okay. So you have to listen to everything Esau says and you have to analyze it and go through it with a fine tooth comb, as they say. The word subtle is irawum, which says subtle, shrewd, crafty. So someone that's crafty is not just going to come straight up to you. He's gonna come sideways, so to speak. Crafty meaning, it says clever at achieving one's aims by indirect or deceitful methods. This is how he's coming. He's coming sideways to you with indirect and in deceitful methods. And one of those methods is his statistics. And one major part of his statistics, because you notice Esau's using those statistics to say you Jakes are the reason for all the crime in the earth. But you know what? The Heavenly Father is having him to be exposed with these different things that are happening, these mass shootings and so on and so forth. But the thing is this, my new thing is I ain't trying to really focus too much on that, because guess what? Jake does madness too. Jake does mass shootings too. But that's not the point. Is the point is Esau's statistics is all off. That's the point that needs to be addressed. Okay? The statistics and the census that he does is all off. Okay, as you can see this video I have here, why many Arab Americans check white on the census. Esau's statistic on Jake being 13% is off. Jake is much higher than 13%. I don't know if Jake might be 17%, 18%, but he's higher than 13%. Okay, which throws off Esau's whole argument of per capita. Throws it completely off. And guess what? Esau is way more than way less, way less than, I believe they say 30% or something around that number. They're much less than that. Okay, I believe that Esau is much less. I believe Esau is more overestimated than Jake is underestimated. Okay, because of things like this. You got Ishmaelites, straight up brown skinned Ishmaelites, sent checking off white in the census, which is complete madness. They don't have any DNA that's tied to you Edomites. Makes absolutely no sense. And these stupid Ishmaelites, a lot of them believe they're actually white. I worked with an Ishmaelite woman that thought she was white. We all cursed out saying, bitch, you ain't white. Shut your ass up, man. Okay? This is but anyways, that whole white and black term is confusion anyway. You know? Even the term Arab, because Arab means mixed. So that's all confusion. It's all confusion, man. Esau's full of confusion. This is and it gets you pisses you off because of the damn lies, man. Especially when you know the truth. It says because I asked the overview. Okay, I said I said this. I said this. I said uh uh uh, uh right about the statistics. It says that's a sharp observation. You're right on two counts. The 13% figures black people as a share of the U.S. population has stayed very stable for decades, which makes people wonder if the census is missing growth, and it is missing growth. Black communities are historically undercounted. Okay, this is not speculation. The Census Bureau itself acknowledges it. Right. It even acknowledges it, and it throws a percentage out there down here, right? And these are the reasons distrust of the government, because I was bringing up the fact that a lot of black people don't take the census. I never took a census in my life. Every time they brought that shit through, I never took a census. Okay, so you already know Jake doesn't trust the government, man. Housing instability, renters, multifamily households, and those who frequently are more likely to be skipped. Black households are disproportionately in these groups. Yeah, the instability of Jake has them moving around from place to place. Low census participation, right? Jake does not participate in that, man. People don't mail forms back. Yeah, of course. I never mailed a form back, man. You know, prison counting, especially the men. The men really don't deal. You know, the women, they're simple. They'll do whatever. But even they don't participate like that. But the men, especially, they're definitely not participating in nothing like this. For the most part. It says prison counting. Incarcerated people are counted at the prison's location, not their home, community, which often deflates counts in black neighborhoods while inflating rural, often um, white prison hosting areas. Right. What the data shows. After the 2020 census, the post enumeration surveyed found a 3.3 undercount of black Americans nationwide. So they're at least 3.3% undercounted. And I believe it's more than that. But they're at least 3.3%. So that would put them at least 16%. Okay? That sounds small, but in population terms, that's hundreds of thousands to over a million missing people. For comparison, non-Hispanic whites had a 1.6% overcount in 2020. Okay, so they had Esau had an overcount. They say of 1.6%, and I know it's more than that. I'm 100% is more than that. Because look, you got straight up Arabs, all the Arabs basically that come over here. What she's saying is all the Arabs. How much millions of Arabs are in America? I don't know. Okay, they're classified as so-called white. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. And if that's the case, then guess who did 9/11? White people. Okay, the so-called white. That means E did 9/11. That means when I say that, I mean so-called pale people did 9/11. That's your own people who did 9/11. Then you got to put them in the crime statistics too. Who did that great atrocity? Oh no, those was Arabs. Okay, so what is it? Are Arabs part of your people or not? You see the confusion? Do you see the confusion here? Let's go to John 8:44. It says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. He's the father of lies, man. Okay, so Esau he's accustomed to lie, and he's very good at it. Okay, he's very good at lying. And furthermore, it's not in Jake's spirit to be taking no damn census, man. It's not in Jake's spirit to be taking a census, because really it's against the law. So let's go ahead and play this video, man.
This might surprise you, but according to the US government, I'm considered white. That's because on the US Census, there is no option for Middle Eastern or North African, also known as MENA Americans. That means while we don't always have the same resources as some minority groups, we still face a lot of the same struggles. I like to think of it as white without the privilege. Initially, in 1944, MENA Americans were overjoyed when the government ruled to legally identify them as white. That's probably because up until 1952, only white Americans were able to become US citizens. So here we are, all these years later, and folks from the Middle East and North Africa still don't have their own American identity. But that could change in the next census, which might mean for the first time we'll actually know how many MENA Americans there are. Right now, estimates range from 1.5 million to 3.6 million, and some experts even think closer to 6 million people. What most people don't realize—
So that's insane, bro. That's a 6 million overestimation of the population. So there had to be a dramatic change. If there's going to be a change of this, of them giving themselves their own category, then that would be a dramatic change and decline in the white population according to the census. 9 million or 6 million? That's insane, bro. That's insane. Okay. So Esau's playing with the numbers, man. He's playing with the numbers. Okay. He's definitely, and a lot of Latinos
Shalom.
classified as that too.
Welcome to another edition.
Okay, so why do Mexicans check off white in the census? Okay, but they do have categories where they say non-white minorities. But listen, man, let's continue, man. Just that alone, just the Ishmaelites doing that alone, completely throws off the numbers. So Esau brings up his statistics. You tell him shut the hell up, man.
But so if I commit a crime, then I'm Mexican. But I am Mexican. I am Mexican. But so if I commit a crime, then I'm Mexican. But if on the census, I'm white.
Do you check
Whatever you want.
You check white on the census?
Huh?
Do you check?
They make you. I didn't.
Really?
I didn't do the census thing because I was like, I don't see, Hispanic. Like there's like a bunch of different Asians, and then there's like white, black. Like there's different ones, but there is no where I could do Hispanic. They literally came to my house and they were like, you're supposed to do white.
Really?
Crazy.
I thought they have Hispanic on the census, though. I thought they.
No, it's a subcategory. I mean, we're not a race.
Wow. So the numbers for white people in America are probably overblown. Then it's probably.
Yeah, until ICE hits you, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
Yikes.
That's why they act like we're still minorities, even though we're really the majority.
Yeah.
Now Snow's been around for a while.
I remember you first from being on tour with Tech Nine.
I was never on tour with
Oh,
Tech
you
Nine, but
were-
you have weird disappearing.
That is crazy. I don't understand that. I swear I thought Hispanic was on the census.
No, it's only when they're saying that you committed a crime that they say you're Hispanic.
Wow.
47 million people just had their race reclassified by the U.S. government, and you probably weren't even told about it. So if you're multiracial, Latino, or mark some other race on the census, this is about you. So in March 2025, the Census Bureau quietly dropped something called the MARC files, and they're using it to rewrite the 2020 census data. So
Yeah, so that didn't hit yet. That didn't hit yet. You understand what I'm saying? This thing didn't hit yet, right? Because they do how do you call it? A decennial. I don't know how they say it, but it's every 10 years. I think it's like a decennial or something like that. They do a recount, So they count the people in America every 10 years. So this didn't hit yet. So the statistics that Esau is using is completely 100% off, flawed statistics, and his numbers are completely overblown. So whatever the per capita is he has now, his per capita is a lot higher than whatever he has marked down now. So we got to bring out all these information. We got to uncover this devil completely. Matter of fact, let's go to And that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because hey, we're here to break down the lies, break down the strongholds. Let's go to Isaiah 47, man. Damn, these damn devils are very slick, man. Very, very slick and slithery, man. You gotta watch everything these devils say, man. Everything, and you gotta listen close too, because Esau, they speak in code, man. This is Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers." Right? That represents you being uncovered, you being revealed. Okay? Your skirt being lifted up. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. So you Edomites, first of all, before the Lord comes back and take vengeance on you, you're going to be shamed. Yeah. He is being shamed, man. Okay? What kind of nonsense is this? You got the straight up brown Arab talking about I'm white. Are you serious? First of all, there's no such thing as white. That whole thing is a made up nonsensical concept, but it's just so funny. When it came to the towers going down, they don't say white people brought down the towers. Just like Snow the Product, that rapper chick, she said what? She said that when she commits a crime, she's Hispanic. You know, she's Latino all of a sudden. But when she does the census, you got to be white. You know, these devils play with the numbers, man. They play with the numbers. They play with the numbers. Okay?
So what they did is they took people who selected some other race on the census, or even some that marked multiple races, and reassigned them into one racial category. The multiracial population went down from 33.8 million to 14.6 million, and the white population increased by over 40 million. That is not a correction. That is a rebranding of America, and it erases a huge part of who we are. So here's what they did.
So what? They reclassified a bunch of people as white, as so-called white. This is so Esau's just further in the deception. And then he'll probably say, "Oh, see, the birth rates are rising amongst the Edomites, amongst the E." Come on, man, this guy's a damn demon, man. We gotta watch everything. We gotta expose everything. We gotta bring out, because E is just so much layers of deception with this devil, which it says in 2 Thessalonians that he will throw all manner of deception out, all manner of evil deception. You gotta, hey man, this guy here, boy. Hey.
In order to decide our race for us, basically. They checked other people's data in your household. If that wasn't enough, they looked into Medicare, Social Security, even school records, and also looked into zip codes, neighborhood demographics, and more. So basically, who you live with and where you live can now determine your race.
Wow.
What? And honestly, there's no easy way to check if it happened to you. It was done retroactively, and it was done in the name of standardizing the data. This isn't just offensive or annoying, it's systemic erasure in real time with very, very real consequences. And it's the census, so it impacts research and funding and representation. It affects how our communities get counted, served, or ignored. And it continues a very long legacy of mixed and multiracial folks being told to disappear, to pick one, to fit a form, to be less complicated.
This is madness. Anyways, and if your father's a E, you are a E. But if your father is not an E, it's of another nation, then you're of another nation. So this is all confusion, and this goes against Esau's own teaching. You know, because Esau brought out the one drop rule, and so this man is just doing whatever he can to make himself look good and paint Jake in a bad light. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.